time now for the Parlay Pals. What do we got,
Boys.
gents? It's
Parlay
the boys.
Parlay
I
boys.
still always doubt myself whenever I say that.
The great Juliana Pena said it to be so, and
Alright.
that is enough.
And we do already have Juliana Pena's pick in this week. Victoria Dudakova is the pick for her
Nice.
minus 500.
Nice.
So I'll throw us three into the randomizer here, and we'll see what we come out with.
Whoa, the randomizer
Wow.
seems hot today. It's on
Yeah.
fire.
Running quick. It'll actually go me first, Frank second, Rick going third. I'll keep this short. I will keep it brief. I will go with Ikram Alaskarov. Biggest favorite on the card, minus 625.
Good job, man.
Thanks. Thank you, Frankie.
I love it.
I will also keep this short.
Okay.
There are many prospects, but there's only one prospect
Great.
I'm interested in.
Good
Natty
stuff.
Wood, Moneyline.
Good stuff. That was class.
Yeah, I outdid myself.
That was nice. You gonna get some PA, some prospect apparel?
Done and done.
That was nice. Natty Wood too. I like the
way you said
the
that.
nickname.
Yeah.
That was great. That was great. That brings us to you, Ricky. Finish us off. We're at minus 125 right now.
Hamza Chimaev.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, short, sweet, and to the point. Minus 305 for Hamzat. That gets us to plus 139.
There we go.
I mean, that took us like 45 seconds.
I love it. Plus 139.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
We're on a roll, baby.
What do you mean?
Well, we
Hamzat?
take
I don't
everybody's picks,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we
But
combine
how does it become
them.
139 and not like some round number?
Because we're parlaying a bunch of random things.
Yeah, I see that.
How you do the math? I have no clue. I've always let the computer do it for me.
By the way, what did you make of Derek
Yeah, so
Brunson's parlay take?
the way-
Ooh, I don't know about those.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What?
I mean, to say that straight bets are a sucker
Yeah, that's what he said.
thing that's nah.
Listen, he said he has
to
a
take
system.
to take 8 to 10 leg parlays
Today,
and
Junior.
claim that single bets are for suckers is an insane thing to say.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was going to tag you in there, but I wasn't sure.
I'm glad
Wouldn't
you
have been
did.
the right.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Can you imagine cutting
I
to
want-
his camera?
I wanted to see you debate him.
I
No,
mean,
but he said
has something
very
that works for
ridiculous.
him. He has something that clearly is working for him. He's found some success with it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the smartest way to go about it.
All right.
During that whole
mean, he's-
interview, he was smacking his lips back here. You could hear him rocking in his chair. Like, we probably should have tagged him in.
Yeah, I thought it would have been good.
I mean, I was definitely like, this is kind of ridiculous here.
He was like, "Shut off the speakers, Frank. I don't want to."
I mean, just like I can't get over like only taking 8 to 10 leg parlays and saying that single bets are for suckers.
and going
I
to
get-
sleep. Yeah.
I get what he's saying about taking Israel Adesanya minus 600 and putting $250,000 on it is not the way to go about it. But yeah,
I'm just saying my back was hurting.
yeah.
You didn't have to stop talking. I was just stretching.
I mean, I was done talking.
Well, I mean, keep going for a second. Just stretch for a second. I've been sitting down here 3 hours and 50 minutes.
What
All
was
right.
with you coughing earlier without the cough button?
I don't know. I forgot. I think I got it most of the time. Wasn't I on point with that?
I did hear
But when
one
you
cough and it
people
made.
look at me like somehow I'm supposed to know if you're gonna cough.
Well, no, I pressed it. God, there.
When you coughed,
hear
it
me?
made me think about how loud my sneeze must have been that one
God,
time
that was
because
so-
I have
that
not
was-
heard it back.
Sneeze heard round the world.
The fact that no one clipped that is disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an all-time moment for you.
What else? What else for this weekend?
Let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
Let's dive right in. I'm a sucker. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I mean, share a bullet. Look at this guy. You talk about playing the part. I mean, he absolutely looks the part here. Got the one eye, got the ropes around the wrist. Just looks like an absolute killer. It doesn't hurt that he's 11-0, 17-0 if you count the mixed rules MMA. 10 wins by way of knockout. I'm going to go ahead and just lay the number on him here. In his debut, getting Bruno Silva. I mean, not the easiest matchup. We know Bruno is down to throw down here. I mean, he has 20 wins by knockout. But I'm going to trust the prospect to get this one done. Bruno been struggling of late, 1-3 in his last 4, finished in 2 of those losses. Not a great look against Gerald Meerschaert. Not a great look against Brendan Allen. So I'm going to trust that Sharabutin Magomedov gets it done. We'll keep it rolling to the next one. I'm going to play an underdog here. Mikey Breeden. I feel like this line is a touch off against the guy that is just 7-0 and hasn't looked that impressive so far throughout his career. Yes, I am aware that Mike Breeden is 0-3 in his UFC career, but he's had a tough go of it. Alexander Hernandez on short notice, Natan Levy, Terrence McKinney. I don't know how well Jubilee would do in those fights. And in that Natan Levy fight, he showed that he's got heart, that he's got fight, and that he's not going to quit. And, I mean, he clearly won round 3, and you could have made an argument for round 2. And I could see this fight being very similar to that one. I could see Jubilee going for the wrestling. And I don't know how much success he's going to have with it. Mike Breeden got taken down 9 times against Natan Levy. Natan Levy got a total of 3 minutes of control time. And Jubilee doesn't really have insane finishing capabilities. I mean, he's going to decisions with 500 guys on the regional scene. So I think Mike Breeden is going to be able to survive. I think he's going to make this one close. And I just don't think that the huge price tag on Jubilee is justified. So I will be taking a dog shot. We keep on rolling. Kind of tough to trust SD Dumas at a minus number, but that is exactly what I'm going to do here because it would be even tougher to trust Abu Azaitar with your money. He has fought 2 times in the last 7 years. He's going to be the much smaller guy, 5 inches shorter, 3-inch reach disadvantage, and he's 8 years older than Dumas, and it's not like he's been getting experience because, like I said, he has only fought 2 times in the last 7 years. So at this point in their careers, I believe that Dumas is the better mixed martial artist. He's going to have the physical advantages, and I think he gets it done. Next up, our man, back in the octagon. Trevor Peek makes his return, taking on Mohamed Yahya. Plain and simple. I think Trevor Peek's just going to outdog him here. If you look at Yahya's career, yeah, he's a decent striker, but he does have 3 losses, all coming by way of finish, and I think Trevor Peek's going to come in here. Actually, I know he's going to come in here. He's going to push a pace. He's going to make this a brawl, and who better to be in a brawl than Trevor Peek? And I don't know if Mohamed Yahya wants to hang when it comes to a brawl. I think Peek's just going to push the pace. He's got the power. He's got the heart, and I think he is likely to finish Yahya. We move to the main card. Saeed Nurmagomedov. I actually feel like this is a step back in competition for Saeed against Gafurov. I mean, he just fought Jonathan Martinez in an incredibly close decision. We've seen what Jonathan Martinez is capable of. Saeed Yakub, I know he's out of the UFC now, but he was a beast when he was there. And then Douglas De Silva, De Andrade. I feel like this is a step back. I think the kicks are going to be huge. And I think he's going to be able to get his hands raised in this one. To the last 3. Your favorite fight of the night, Ariel?
Oh, yeah, here it comes.
Magomed Ankalaev, Johnny Walker. I'm going to take the under, and I know exactly what I'm getting into with this one. I mean, if you've ever bet an under on a Johnny Walker fight, it's either the easiest bet or you're going to want to absolutely pull your hair out. And that's exactly what we had last time out against Anthony Smith. I mean, you're just pacing around your apartment, just begging them to get the finish. If you watch the Thiago Santos fight, it was the same way. I was on the under in both of those. Very, very frustrating bets to lose. 11 fights for Johnny Walker in the UFC. 7 first-round finishes, either him winning or losing. 4 decisions. Magomed Ankalaev, I know he's a little bit more of a decision maker. He's a little bit more boring. He's a little bit more careful. But I think Johnny Walker is going to come in here, and he's going to have to go for it. I don't think he's going to be able to just stand at range and outpoint Magomed Ankalaev. Ankalaev can also mix in the takedowns, and I think if he gets Johnny Walker on his back, he's going to be able to do what he wants. So I think Johnny Walker is going to have to go for it. I'm not sure if he's going to be successful. I could very well see him get knocked out. Or if he is successful, I could see him finishing Magomed Ankalaev. So under 2.5. I just can't quit the Johnny Walker unders because sometimes they really are just kick your feet up bets. To the co-main event. Tough one. A lot of questions. A lot of question marks surrounding this one. I mean, both these guys are going up to 185. The injuries with Kamaru Usman. The last 2 performances. Where's the motivation at? You know, the fashion, the acting, you know, losing your belt like that. With Hamzat, I mean, this is probably going to be the toughest test of his career. But when it comes to the fight itself, I do think that the size of Khamzat Chimaev, the skills of Khamzat Chimaev are going to prevail at this point in their careers. I'm going to take Khamzat Chimaev. Inside the distance, I think he gets this one done. I think he is able to get the takedowns. I know Kamaru Usman, incredible defensive wrestler, but just with the size and the sheer strength of Khamzat Chimaev, I think he's going to be able to get the takedowns. And once he gets the takedowns, I do think it's going to be bad news for Kamaru Usman. So I think he gets it done. I think he gets it done inside the distance. And then to the main event, we'll stick with the inside the distance. You see the shirt. If you don't know, earned, not given. You see the rings on the back. I mean, shout out to our guy, Alexander Volkanovski. I'm just going to take a shot on him inside the distance. He says this is how he's going to get it done. I'm going to trust him. I'm not a man to doubt Alexander Volkanovski. Plus 500 right now.
Wow. Inside the distance.
A little sprinkle. Just a little sprinkle.
Wow.
Because if it happens, it'll be one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Double champ finishing Islam Makhachev would be absolutely insane. And why not have a little cheddar on it as well? And then just a few parlays to get you out the door. Just chalk soup on the three biggest favorites. What could go wrong? A little Natty Wood in there, a little Khamzat Chimaev, and then a prop parlay for you. Magomedov under 2.5, Basharat Henry over 1.5, and Peak Yaya under 2.5. And those are the plays. A lot of action. Down. Had to do it for the first pay-per-view.
Inside the distance. Wow. Not just Volk victory.
I'm not saying it's going to hit. I'm just saying.
I like it.
If it does hit, it's going to be one of the cooler bets I've ever cashed.
I like it. God bless. What a fight it's going to be. Rick, you like that pick?
No, he does not.
I favor Islam, but I don't hate it.
It's going to be tough. 12 days, 11 days notice. It's going to be tough. Islam's had a full camp. He's ready to go. Folks says he's in good spirits.
The thing about it that I think is kind of being maybe not overlooked, but kind of understated is like both of these guys are pretty like style fluid. Like Islam's game plan from opponent to opponent doesn't really drastically change that much. Alexander Volkanovski's game plan from opponent to opponent does change, but mostly just in the way that GSP's game plan changes, where he's shifting one area of weakness or one area of strength for another and kind of utilizing it. But like they're so well-rounded, they're so good that like I don't think the short notice aspect of it favors one or the other. I know they've kind of been going back and forth and having war of words, but like they're both so good and both so well-rounded that they're both at the same disadvantage of 12 days. I think ultimately that's not going to have a huge impact on the fight because they're both suffering the same disadvantage in that regard, and they're both so good.
Well, I think I said this on Monday, definitely said it yesterday. I am infinitely more interested in this fight than I was the original main event. Charles versus Islam was a great fight, but to me, this has an amazing story. 5 rounds they went back in February, and I hope Charles gets another crack, but that first fight wasn't very close. He's had 1 win since, and I know Volk has had 1 win since as well, but golly, that first fight was supremely close. And I love the story of him taking this as champion on short notice, getting back in there. I will say I was a hell of a lot more interested in Costa versus Chimaev than Usman versus Chimaev. Yeah. This is a tough one. Usman going up to 185. Who knows where his body is at this point? Chimaev has been like chomping at the bit. Hasn't fought since last September. Isn't it crazy that you have Usman and Chimaev, historically 170-pounders? I know Chimaev had a couple at 185, but historically 170-pounders fighting essentially, it seems like, for a chance to fight for the middleweight title against Sean Strickland. I mean, what a crazy scenario that is. But that's just the way it goes.
Not the day after, the Monday after the third Edwards Usman fight, I said that this was the fight I wanted to see, and at 85 actually. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy with it. Ultimately, that we're getting it, but I probably would have rather seen Costa if I'm being honest.
Oh my God! I mean,
man, I don't know.
That was
I like this.
You like this better than Costa?
I think so. Yeah.
Come on, how's that possible? There's like a 1-year build to Costa and Chimaev.
Yeah, I mean, I love like the heat and the rivalry there, but the actual fight itself, I mean, Kamaru Usman is like one of the best to ever do it. And Chimaev is this uber prospect. It could be like a y'all must have forgot moment for Usman, or man, Chimaev is just unstoppable moment for him.
which, by the way, we've seen in the last 2 UFC main events, right? We saw Bobby Green turn back Grant Dawson. We saw Edson Barboza go through absolute hell to turn back Sadiq Youssef. So who knows? Maybe Kamaru Usman continues that trend.
Look,
and
Kamaru
says,
Usman wins. Now
not
you're
yet,
talking
young
about him
man.
getting a title shot at 185? Like, that's insane.
I would feel bad for Drickus if that happened, but, it's a big win.
Drickus messed up.
Yeah.
Drickus messed up.
Hey, Usman looks great. Short notice, and at 185, he looks freaking jacked. Got to give him that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he always looks jacked.
I know, but would anyone, would anyone
rolling off the
begrudge
couch?
him?
You don't usually look like
that.
You don't usually look like
At
Usman
185,
looks,
he looks. I saw the side by side. Someone posted the side by side.
Yeah. He looks
fantastic.
he looks almost identical to 170. It almost looks like
it was
just
the
the
same.
body.
It was the same picture.
Oh, did I fall
I
for
don't
something?
even know what that No, I just don't understand what that post was about. I know what you're
Yeah.
referring to.
I could see.
It was literally.
He looked a little bigger to me.
To me, it almost looked like
Oh,
they
really?
just changed the shorts.
There's
Maybe
a-
I got
there's-
trolled.
No, I don't
There was a
think you got
different
trolled. I think
shadow.
it was a
Maybe
real
there was a
thing.
different shadow on it.
No, and he
it-
was obviously
no,
wearing the new
it-
shorts. I know you don't pay attention.
It was made
to that
in-
stuff.
No, it wasn't.
It was made in earnest, but they looked exactly the same. I'm not sure what the point of that was.
That happened recently with another fight where someone was like, "Look at him at this weight," and he looked the
It's
exact
like
same.
exactly the same.
Everyone posts
Who
all
was
he
it?
did was step back meme.
Who was it? It
Yeah.
was someone recently, and he looked. Oh, it was Alex Pereira at 205.
Yes.
Yeah.
205 Alex Pereira
He
looks
looked the
exactly
exact
the same.
same. I don't know how that's possible. I wish I looked the same with 20 more pounds on the frame.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly excited for both these fights.
No, listen, I'm excited, but if I say I'm infinitely more excited for the main, I'm way less for the co-main. Ultimately, it's a great co-main. Don't get me,
Great call, man.
Yeah.
I'm with you, by the way. Same
Yeah.
feeling. I would have preferred Costa, but I like this main better.
Yeah. All right, gents. Watch party on
Watch party on Saturday.
Saturday afternoon. Main card starts at
Love it.
2.
2. Love
2
it.
Eastern.
2 Eastern, yeah.
Wow, 2 to 5 Eastern. That would be 7 in UK. Perfect for the European fans. 11 a.m. Pacific time. Golly, done by 5.
Sheesh.
Nothing
Love
at
it.
night, right? There's nothing big at night.
5:45.
For
College football.
no, but I mean, like
5.
in terms of fighting,
Yeah, by
No.
5.
I don't think there is anything.
major. We've got 1 Friday, 294. No, that's it. Easy peasy. All right, gents. Thank you very much. Much love. Good luck. Appreciate it. Frank, music. Let's go.
We just got into single word
Yeah, that's it.
instructions now.
That's it. I mean, there's a lot of offers being thrown out for Salt Lake. I just want to, we have to talk about this.
Is there really anything to talk about? I thought we already had a decision made.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to.
We're doing
We
it.
have to. I'll be there.
Sometimes I question your commitment to Sparkle Motion. Like,
Yeah,
we're either in
honestly.
or we out.
Question my commitment to what? To Sparkle Motion?
That was a reference. To...
I don't know what that is. What is that?
You ever seen Donnie Darko?
You know what? That's
Jake Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal,
is it
Patrick
is
Swayze,
no.
Seth Rogen,
Joe Rogan?
Noah Wyle.
Wait, Seth Rogen's in Donnie Darko?
Yeah.
I never knew that. Is it a comedy?
No. You saw the wrong movie.
Who's been watching the Beckham doc?
I'm
were
starting it
talking
tonight.
about
Don't
this.
tell me anything, man. Sorry.
I mean,
Please don't.
Should have
reference
watched it before you
I mean,
guys
You
went
can just
to
stop
the
now.
match yesterday.
We can
it's
talk about
sort
it
of
on
like
Monday.
telling
I'll be done by
someone
Monday.
about The Last Dance. Like, don't tell me what happens in
I'll be
game
done
1.
by Monday.
I will say I have to only watch it in like 5. Just finished episode 1
Jeez.
because I watch it in 5-minute increments.
Yeah,
I just keep
yeah.
falling asleep. It's so good though.
I'll watch 2 tonight.
Episode
Me and
1.
Frank getting a Middle Eastern breakfast on Saturday.
Wow.
Yes, we are.
Okay, where are we going?
Manouche.
Manouche?
Yeah.
Manouche is like a pizza but with thyme on it.
Nice.
With za'atar.
That's the name of it. That's
Where is it? In New York City?
I thought it was
Yeah, New York City.
Lebanese for Manusha.
Could be, but manouche is an actual meal, and it's fantastic. Anyway, enjoyed that. Thanks to everyone who joined us today. Eddie Alvarez, Craig Jones, Derek Brunson, Brian Kelleher, David Feldman. Thanks to them. Thanks to all of you. Back up on this. Peace. I'm out of here.